It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA.SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, Anderson in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God, that's another one for Montbridge.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Good evening and welcome to Apex Football Stadium for RAA NPL Round 12 action between Adelaide Olympic and Adelaide Comets. I'm your commentator for this match, Connie Comets, and let's take a look at the starting lineups. For the Adelaide Olympic, number 1, Cosmo Groff. Number 3, Roscoe Luich. Number 4, Winimana. Number 7, T-Boy Kamara. Number 8, Brian Habanamana. Number 10, Zoe Tsakani. Number 11, R.B. Mollis. Number 15, the captain, James Polly. Number 16, Alessio Benevenuto. Number 20, Marco Toriani. Number 22, Liam Overall. And head coach, Christy Vangeli. To the visiting Adelaide Comets, in goal, number 1, Daniel Vaughan. Number 5, Adam Lecornu. Number 6, Ryan Yates. Number 7, Aladdin Irabona. Number 10, Anthony Mavrolimbardos. Number 17, Athan Kakafiris. Number 19, Stelios Zacharakis. Number 21, Nicholas Economopoulos. Number 22, Alan Walsh. Number 24, Lucas Economopoulos. Number 66, Jaden Labasso, and head coach for Adelaide Comets, George Sonis. Joining me in commentary tonight is a man we've all had the pleasure of watching, scored plenty of goals for a number of years. Tommy Briscoe, welcome and thanks for joining me for this crash tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's your first game on the microphone?
It is. I've done a couple of radio interviews, but never a live game, so I'm glad you were reading out those last names and not me.
They get easier and easier as time goes on. Tommy, it's going to be an intriguing contest. Tell us what you make of this. You know the Adelaide Comets quite well, you know some of the players. Give us a bit of an insight.
Yeah, so some of the Comets boys are still knocking around from when I was here. It's a very similar team, I think. Bar a few, like Aladdin and Athan, they were coming in as I was coming out. And I haven't seen a whole lot of Olympic, but I have noticed in the last couple of weeks, I think they've picked up a couple of good results, unless I'm wrong on that one. So there's a bit of a Greek derby, I believe. I can smell the Euros from here, so it's killer. So it should be a good one, hopefully.
Yeah, it's not too bad now. The scaffold's on this side when it used to be on the other side. It used to be...
yeah, I can imagine that being
worse than what it is.
More focused on that than the game, I think.
A referee for tonight is Regis Quafilik, assistant referee Zach Britton, and Mavridis Christie. Kickoff not too far away here at Apex Football Stadium. It's a pretty big game for the Adelaide Olympic. Tommy, Adelaide City won last night against South Adelaide, which puts them above Adelaide Olympic, which drops Olympic into the relegation zone, somewhere you don't really want to be.
No, you don't want to be in that at any point during the year. I think we're only about halfway through, are we now? But still, it's all, still sits in the back of your mind, knowing that you've got to get a couple of wins on the board, and the more and more you go along without some good results, you can pile on the pressure a little bit. So I think Comets will be looking to start to string a few together now, and Olympic need a win, so should be good.
Yeah, one of those results today went the way the Comets would have liked, which was Campbelltown losing. So if Adelaide Comets get the win, they can jump up, and Modbury also lost today, so Comets can go top with a win tonight.
That'll be the goal then, I would say. It always helps when a couple of results go your way, but you do need to take advantage of it. So see what the boys can do. I think they might be coming left to start.
What gives that away, Tommy?
I'm not sure. They might trick us all and go right.
Adelaide Comets to get things started once the referee has adjusted his shirt and he's got his own comms on, so.
Like James Bond out there with all their technology, eh? Come on, Rejo, start the game.
Away we go. Welsh will go long to start us off.
Good to see Welshie back in the team. He's had a couple of weeks out. I think he's been left out, which he's not been too stoked about. So for me, top quality player, someone that's very beneficial to have in your squad.
There might be something to do with those 3 Sergio Melto medals that he's won, I reckon.
Yeah, never tells us about it either. Pretty quiet about it. Very well deserved. I've said it for many years. As good a mates as I am with him, I'm a big fan. He's probably one of the best players I've played with.
There you go, an early wrap.
He did pay me $50 though.
We'll have to split that, mate.
Yep, a couple of euros at half time. Beautiful.
Yates picks the ball up in midfield. Holds off 2 Olympic players. Bit of a high press from Adelaide Olympic to start. Welsh picks the ball up now. Plays the ball to Yates inside. Labasso now on the right hand side. Again back to Welsh. Patient build up Adelaide Comets to start. Now Laconia picks the ball up. Plays it out wide to Kakafiris inside to Labasso. Labasso's pass.
It's looking like he's got Labasso running through the middle tonight. I don't know if I've seen that from Jeds before. I've seen him up front. I've seen him many times at right back getting up and down, but never in the middle. So that could be interesting. See how he goes. He's in there with his good mate Yatesy though, so they might work well.
Takani for Olympic. 2-touch ball out to Polly. Headers it down. Morris now. Kamara. Polly to get the ball into the box. He's won an early corner for Adelaide Olympic. We saw in the cup game last week where Olympic took an early lead through Zoe Takani.
Yeah, they'll be right with an early one here. Don't have too many big boys, do they?
Polly whips the ball in, and it is the head of Takani, but only out for a goal kick. Like I said, we'd seen that before in the cup game last week with that front post delivery, and Takani put the ball away. Not on this occasion. It's going to be Daniel Vaughan to restart with goal kick. We can hear Christy Vangeli yelling instructions from the get-go.
Sorting out his team nice and early, isn't he?
Looks like they're taking the approach to press a little bit higher tonight, Adelaide Olympic. As they go forward, but no real threat that time. Vaughan.
Ooh.
Oh, Vaughan took the risk but got away with it. Yates releases Lacornu now. Kalkafirius on the left. Back inside to Yates. Nabasso now. Well won by Molas on the left-hand side for Comets, right-hand side for Olympic. Nearly got my lefts and rights confused there.
Bit disorientating when you're up here, isn't it?
Kalkafirius restarts with a throw-in. Takani. Referee lets play go on. Love it when the referees let the play go on. If there's a free kick, they blow it, but it's always good to let the play flow.
Yeah, it's definitely helps. I just feel sorry for referees. You're just doomed if you don't, and doomed if you do, I think. So, yeah, as much as they can let advantage go, it needs to be done. But, you know, in the split second, whether you blow the whistle or not, it can be... Oh,
Luich nearly had his pass. Cosmo Groff in goal. Sorry to cut you off, Tommy.
That's right.
The long ball from Comets nearly snuck through. Luich dealt with it, and so did Cosmo Groff. Now it's Luich on the ball. Plays to Habimana. He turns.
He's in.
Slips Morris in. Morris beats his man. Can he get the ball into the box? Can't beat that man in Alan Welsh, playing as a centre-back tonight. Benevenuto's touch goes out. It's a throw into Comets. Right under the nose of the assistant referee. Bit of a fast-paced opening to kick us off here at Apex Stadium. No real chances created, but a lot of running happening.
Yeah, it's a bit frenetic, isn't it? Someone just needs to put their foot on the ball a little bit, I think, and a bit of possession, slow it down, pick a tempo and go with it. Otherwise, they're going to be knackered after 90 minutes.
Linesman flags for a free kick. Which way? No one really knows. It's going to be an Olympic free kick in quite a dangerous position. Comets coach George Sonis asking a question why.
Linesman didn't really help. He put it up and put it back down straight away.
Yeah, no one was real sure. We got the benefit of the little bit of a replay up
here.
Here.
Replay?
There was
maybe.
A little bit of a foul on Brian Habimanana there. It's going to be very dangerous ball whipped in by James Polly. Left foot swinging into Daniel Vaughan's goal. Polly delivers. Again, can't beat that defender. It's cleared by Comets. Basso picks the ball up. Finds his mate in Yates in the midfield.
Just coming out from the back there, that's that bit of quality you get from Yatesy. It's one-touch football, and they're out with one pass, and just relieves that pressure. And as I say that, he just sprays one out wide to a foot of Aladdin. So, quality from Yat.
Urabona plays it inside. It's picked up by Benevenuto. Olympic will look to counter-attack now. Takani. Plays Habinomana. take the throw in quickly. He does, throws it back to Polly, back to Takani. He looks up, but there's nothing in the box. Sprays it out to Rusko Luic, whose ball inside is to nobody but Ryan Yates again, picking up that scrap. Releases it upon on the right hand side. He'll look to face his opponent in 1v1 with Marco Muhaha Winimana. Well done by the young defender there. And that ball's to nobody. In the Comets share. Liam Overall picks it up, plays it to Mollis. Now it's Olympic. Looking to have some sort of calm ball movement, which they haven't been able to have so far. Comets press.
Yeah, definitely set up for a high press. They were trying to panic him into something, and they tend to do it pretty well. I think they might get one. Oh, skinned him. It looked like they were going to get one.
It's tough from up here, mate.
It is. It's tough but easier. It's easier to stand here and say things, and it's different on the pitch, isn't it?
Referee not happy with where the free kick was going to be taken from, so it's Toriani now. Kicked things off last week here at Epic Stadium, scored the first goal against Adelaide City, but then it was one-way traffic from there. They won't want that to happen again tonight. Adelaide Olympic. Toriani reverting back to that central defensive position tonight. He's been playing in midfield the last few weeks. Both teams have rejigged their lineups for this clash. Labasso wins the flick on, but it only falls to Kamara in the midfield, who runs at the Comets defence. Turns back a little bit.
He's a dangerous player, isn't he?
Overall. Just a bit of in dispute at the moment. It's fallen for Overall. Sorry, Mollis. He cuts. Vaughan has to get down with his feet and save. Olympic doing all the attacking so far. A couple of balls into the box.
I think you're going to be trying to pick someone out in that situation, don't you? It's a very tough angle to score. I mean, if he does it, it's a worldie, but a couple of boys in the box there, their arms out, I think.
Alada Nirabona now on the right hand side. He's turned across. Straight into the hands of Cosmo Groff. Young goalkeeper Cosmo Groff preferred over the somewhat more experienced Gianni Tramontine. Has been for the last couple of weeks.
Great name too, Cosmo. I like that. Don't see too many of them, do you?
Not this day and age, no.
It's a good ball out from him there as well. Split the attackers of the Comets.
Yeah, I was really impressed with him when I did the cup game here last week when they played against Northern Demons. His distribution by hand and foot is quite good for a young goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think the young keepers try and focus on their oh, that's not very good.
That's not great by Alessio Benevenuto, but
he's got there.
Polly does well. Sorry, mate, go back to you.
Great ball. I think the keepers work a lot on their footwork and stuff these days, so I think we'll through the next couple of years we'll see that be a pretty big part of the game. I think coaches like to have them as that sitting sweeper, as you've just seen there. So he'll play him, we'll go across, and it's just another ball player they have, so they have 11 instead of 10, as simple as that sounds.
Sometimes simple is better, mate.
I'm all about simplicity.
Toriani plays a long ball. It's in dispute again, a bit of scrappy football going on, just the foot put through it there by Comets defender on the right side. I'm not sure who that is on the right side there.
That's Stelios.
It is Stelios. Zacharakis. Toriani calming things down now at the back for Adelaide Olympic. It's Muhaha Winimana now. Looked to go inside, but saw Irabona coming and decided not to take that risk. Cosmo Groff, long ball flicked on by Tsakani. Well dealt with by Lecornu.
You've got two very smart footballing brains back there at the centre back.
Oh, that's a great ball by... Oh, what a great ball by Kamara. Polly couldn't quite get it across the box. It's another corner for Adelaide Olympic. All the attacking is of the blue side at the moment.
Yeah,
great. Your comment there, mate. So you're right.
Yeah, footballing IQ, Adam and Alan at the back there. It just years and years of experience, and you know, they've at this level especially, and Welsh in the A-League, they've seen it all. So it takes a lot to get past them. You know, as they're getting older, they seem to be getting smarter. So, and that's tends to what happens if you can manage to play for a couple more years.
Does it make you want to be back out there, mate?
No. I had a run today with the Sagerheart Old Scholars. We got thumped 5-0, and I'll slip straight back into retirement, I think. The body don't do what it used to.
I'm sure Welshie and LaCornia will be sitting up here one day saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Vaughan goes long, but it's going to land in the lap of Liam Overall, who headers it to nobody but that man LaCornia again. Vaughan will try it again. He plays long. Labusso wins the header. Economopoulos can't trap it. Calm Toriani just brings it down and plays it out to Overall. Mollis. A couple of physical challenges going on in the midfield. You're going to get that all night with Ryan Yates in there.
Yeah. Yates, he loves a bit of body on body. It's the Aussie rules player in him, I think. He sitting in that as at number 6. He likes to be a bit of the hard man, and I've seen him crunch quite a few people over the years, and always fair. But I think that's a strong part of his game. Just likes to rattle people a little bit, as well as his ball playing abilities.
Sakani releases Kamara. Habumana now cuts in, but his shot's blocked by LaCornia, who's had a great start to this game.
Still very erratic, isn't it?
Abonimana wins it back though. Polly plays it back to him. He loses the ball. And Yates gives it... No, it wasn't Yates, sorry. Bonner gives it away. It's Sakani now. Mollis. How's it going?
That man again. Yates mopping up.
Basso tries to keep it in, and he does. Benevenuto comes across.
Well.
Oh, he's lucky to win the foul there. He ran past the ball.
Don't know if that was a foul. I think he might have fallen over a little bit.
I think he's gotten away with one there, has Alessio Benevenuto.
We daren't question the referees, though. That was correct.
Yeah, we've had a bit of fun with the referees in the past couple of weeks. Our producer who organises all the comms is a referee, Jaden Betterman, and we gave him a bit of stick last week in the cup game, so I've got to watch what I say, or I might not get another gig. Labusso now on the left-hand side. Gets the ball in the box, but it doesn't beat that first man. He wins it back, though.
Got to get a shot off. I got a lot of love for Regis, so I was quite happy when he came back. He had a couple of years off there. We give the referees a nice stick, but Regis is one of the good ones, I think.
Welsh.
Ooh. You know where you stand with Rejo.
Nothing wrong with a bit of appreciation for the referees and their linesmen as well. Welshie went on a bit of a trot down the park there and nearly showed us why he scored all those goals as well.
Bit of a Frodo, bit of an adventure, often an adventure.
It's going to be Irabona to deliver the first corner for Adelaide Comets. Can they make it count? He whips it in to the back post.
Welsh.
And it is Alan Welsh!
It is.
He created the chance that the keeper saved for the corner, and now he's finished the corner off. It's 1-0 to the Adelaide Comets.
Look at that. I give him a wrap and he scores me a goal. So, no, he's super dangerous, especially in the air. I've seen him score a lot of headers. Right place, right time. They've obviously worked on that one. There's a bit of a floater to the back stick, but the big man was there to head it home. So, good start. They'll be happy with that because they haven't really been on the front foot apart from that. And, yeah, up to Olympic now to see if they can respond with something.
Yeah, you're 100% right there, Tommy. It was their first real chance when he got there the first time to force the save by Groff, and then it wasn't really a whip corner, it was more of a floated corner to the back post, and there he was to nod it in at the back post, and we restart, and it's Adelaide Comets 1, Adelaide Olympic 0. Chasing the game earlier, Adelaide Olympic. It's not the plan I'm sure that Vangeli would have had in mind. But they're on the front foot again. Mollis looks for Polly on the far side. He stays on side. And it's Welsh again who just gets a foot in front of Sakani to put it out for a throw in.
Sorry, mate. Seem to be targeting down that right-hand side of the Comets, don't they? Polly's trying to slip in behind here and there, which is good. So I wonder if that's something they've been working on during the week. But they might have banked on Labasso playing back there, which is... I don't know if you'd be targeting Jaden. He's pretty good.
Yes, young Jaden Labasso. Grew up in Port Pirie. I played with his brother Daniel and Matthew. Never played with Jaden. He's always been in the level above, so I never made it that far.
Yeah, good boys. I've met them all. I've played with Jades, obviously, and I've met the brothers, and good lads. All Sacred Heart boys as well, so I'll see if I can get them over to the Sacred Heart Old Collegiates when they're done.
Commentating and player management is Tommy Briscoe tonight. As Yates drops in to pick the ball up between the two centre-backs. Welsh finds himself in an advanced position again. Looks for the ball into the box. Konomopoulos brings it down, but can't find anybody. That's straight back to O'Brien though. Olympic give it away cheaply. Somebody's not happy with the ball being turned over on the park.
Yeah, it's my good friend Daniel Vaughan. You'll hear him all night, and he'll let his feelings be known.
Toriani just puts his foot through it and says, "Get it out of here. Let's reset." There just seems to be a little bit of a lack of urgency in Adelaide Olympic when the ball's in their defensive half. When they're going forward, I don't know if you can notice that.
Yeah, it seems a little bit stagnant. I think Comets have obviously set up quite well. Everything that's come to them so far has been repelled, apart from the couple that have been slipped in here down the right-hand side, and Polly once on the left. But Yatesy's been there to just mop up. Here we go. They might be on.
Kamara gets past his man, and we're going to see the first yellow card.
Going to let him off, I reckon.
Might just be a talking to. There was one on the other side where I thought we might see a yellow card. No, we are going to see a yellow card. It's going to be Ethan Karkafiras picking that first yellow card up. T-Boy Kamara was away, so probably no arguments with that one.
Yeah, probably a foul that needed to be made as well. I think there might have been away down this right-hand side. I'd have to check a replay, but yeah, they look like there might have been two out down here, so probably not a terrible foul. But he would need to be careful now, and the Olympic is quite possibly picked up a little route there to get at him and try and get him sent off, I suppose.
The wise words of Tommy Briscoe that you can hear in the commentary tonight. As Liam Overall can't keep that ball in. Goes out for a throw-in for the Adelaide Comets. The referee's asking for another ball. Also not happy where the throw-in's going to be taken from. He's a few little handbags being thrown around on the sidelines as Labasso tries to bring that down with God knows what.
GT's not happy with something.
Labasso releases, but it's cut out by Polly. Couldn't find Irabona in the space he was in on the far side. Mahaha Winimana, Benevenuto. His pass, smart by Toriani. Knew the pressure was coming and just nodded it back to the keeper to relieve that pressure.
Bit of footballing IQ there for the young ones. Ooh, and then do that.
A little bit of a scoop by Toriani. Cornu comes across, puts his body between him and the ball, and wins the throw-in for his team. Another bit of experienced play there by Adam Lecornu. Christy Vangeli giving his instructions with some rather vigorous words. Another throw into the Adelaide Comets. Headed out for another throw-in.
Keep coming. Perfect.
Throw in straight to Adelaide Olympic. Welsh, his header.
Seems to be a lot of that sort of panic long ball stuff from Olympic at the moment, but there you go.
T-Boy Kamara waited for the ball to come to him, but he had Zacharakis coming down. It's now Maverick Lambardos on the left-hand side, gets the ball into the box, and it beats everybody except for Polly, who puts his foot through it to clear.
It was a dangerous ball too. Just needed someone floating around in there. It's interesting that the Comets have got Garrido on the bench tonight. I think he's been looking pretty sharp with a couple of goals, so you'd have to think potentially a little niggle or something, maybe. We've got Lucas Economidis up front, who Commonopoulos, and it was one or the other.
Sorry, mate, just to cut you off there, we're going to see another yellow card issued by the referee.
Yeah, Lucas was coming through when I was there as well. He's a good young lad, so it's good to see him get some game time.
Funny you say that, Tommy. One of my notes for tonight was that Lucas Economopoulos was the Reserves Player of the Year back in 2022. Funny enough, mate, that was the year that you played and were the leading goal scorer for Adelaide Comets in the league that season.
Yep, and for everyone at home, I didn't even know he had that written down. So that's how we're doing it tonight. No, he's a good young lad, and I think he had a pretty good year in the reserves that year, and he trained with us every night.
Yates delivers the ball. Sorry, mate. Looked like a great ball in the box, but yeah.
It's good to see the two brothers out there together. Nico as well, he'll get you a goal every second game, and hopefully Lucas can start finding the net. It'd be great to see another, I think Dan liked that one, another brother pairing out there in the league.
You don't see it too often.
No, the ones that you do are pretty good with the Mullins and McCabe and those sort of boys, so
it helps when they're all in one team as well.
Yeah, get the whole family involved.
Kakafiris tries to play through, but it's with Yates now. Releases Zacharakis, he goes on a run, gets into the box.
Oh, he did well there.
Wins the corner. So Comets seem to have a bit more possession, a bit more ball in their own half now, and Adelaide Olympic sort of taking that back foot now. Before we saw them that they had the possession up in their forward sort of third. Now they've cramped back into their box, and similar to what happened last week where they scored early and then they sort of got cramped back further and further, but unfortunately tonight they've fallen behind.
Yeah, Comets seem to have taken that little dominant foothold on the game now, don't they?
Ball's going to be whipped in from the left-hand side.
Same
to
one.
The back post again. Ooh, Holly tries to clear. Can't quite see it right across that other side. Kamara. Sakani tries to flick it with the side of his foot. Kamara picks it up again. Maybe a handball there. Everyone stopped except for.
It's starting to look
at the back.
Starting to look a lot like Olympic are maybe trying to play on the counter. I might be wrong, but there doesn't seem to be too much possession-based footy in their half.
Kakafiris plays. Economopoulos.
Well done.
Second touch releases. Zacharakis who puts a ball in from the right. Economopoulos can't win the header. Ball is cleared by Adelaide Olympic again, just a rush clearance.
Yeah, when it's just coming straight back now, isn't it? It's a long ball up, and it's 1 or 2 versus 4 or 5. It's I'm not a big numbers man, but that don't add up for me.
No, I'm not going to try and add up either, mate. We'll just stick to the football. The ball goes out off of Adelaide Comets, and to throw in to be taken by Rusko Luic back into the lineup this week. Rusko Luic, also one of those, Tommy, that played 2 games for Adelaide Comets back in 2020 as well. Not sure if you remember those.
I don't. No, I've got the memory of a goldfish, to be honest.
4 years too long, mate.
Too many years, too many memories, too many players I've played with. I bumped into someone the other day at golf, and he was like, I played with you at Comets, and I just couldn't remember his name. I felt really bad, but I would have played with probably 300 players or something. So hard to remember everyone's name, but it sounds pretty arrogant, doesn't it? I don't like that. It's not what I meant.
Good thing we're calling live play tonight, then you don't have to remember too much.
No.
As the ball falls and a couple of sloppy passes, now it's Olympic can't control that.
That's not going to help their cause.
Counter would have been a 4-on-3 counter attack there, but Abonimana couldn't bring it under control. And now it's given away by Kakafiris. And again, Miles at that time couldn't trap the ball, just try to spend it before he actually had it. Restart with a throw in. Oscar Lewis picks that ball up.
Little falcon there for Mav.
Mav Lombardo. A bit groggy there. The referee stopped. I think he saw that and he stopped the play. Rightfully so.
Nice cold night. Nice ball in the face.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to speak too soon, mate, because there's every chance that we could cop one up here.
I'll be straight under the desk, mate.
Wonderful officiating there by Regis. Stopped the play as soon as he saw the player with a bit of a head injury. Something we see all too often in football or AFL these days.
Yeah, well, it makes you wonder with the soccer side of things, where the concussion sort of stuff will come in at some point. No, it's not as hard hitting as the AFL, but you would think the protocols will start to come in at some point. Might see everyone running around in helmets or something at some point. Maybe not that far.
No, I actually watched a game in the State League 2 a few weeks ago because my brother's plays for Northern Demons, and a player there, which is Micah Leo Raff, actually got hit in the face probably from about a metre away, and he went off with concussion. He missed a week, and then the game after he actually come off with side effects of concussion. So
right.
It's one of those things that is
might be something that the league might have to put in place. They maybe a doctor that checks out head injuries or something, so it's not at the player's expense. But yeah, there was one of the reserve Cumbie boys copped the ball in the face the other day and broke his nose, and it was his nose was sideways, two big black eyes. Angus Duffy, his name was. He was pretty sore, I think.
I'm sure he would have been. The Cornu puts his foot through it and clears there. It's going to be picked up by Luich, whose touch falls for Benevenuto inside. Kamara now playing a bit of a deeper position tonight. Finds overall.
This is a better attack.
Releases Mollis. Gets his ball into the box. No one there to meet it. Another great chance for Adelaide Olympic to get back on the equal side of the scoreboard, but now it's Irabona now.
That's a great ball from Mav.
1v1 with Mahan Winimana. Oh, Kamara just comes across and just clips him, gives away a free kick in a very, very dangerous position on the edge of the box.
A lot better from Olympic. That was quite fluent, and a couple of good passes and they're in, so that's something positive for them. Just needed that number 9, number 10 streaming through the box to tap it home.
Yeah, it was a decent ball into the box, but that striker was half a yard behind, and then the next player had two Comets players in front of him. So it's going to be a free kick on the other end of the pitch for Adelaide Comets. Yates is over the ball. Might be the left footer.
I'd say so. I'd say Mabby should look to try and rip this really hard and aim for the far post. If he gets a flick, gets a flick. If not, might go straight in.
There it is.
It's gone near post.
It does go near post and doesn't cause any trouble to Cosmo Groff, does that?
Yeah. Problem with near post from there is you've got to really try and rip one top corner, and the keeper's already stood there, and when you've got big boys in the box like Welshie and Lacornu and stuff, I think you've got to give them a chance.
Olympic again try with that counter-attack. It's going to be Mollis who's going to pick the ball up with Lacornu facing. Sakani wound up for the finish, but didn't quite make it over the top. It's overall now, comes back, Mollis. Oh, that's just lazy. Well, maybe not lazy, but just not aware of what's going on in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to Roscoe there, I didn't give him much of a rap, did I? But he, even from when we started, I did notice that he looked quite comfortable on the ball, and I'm guessing he's only young, looks quite young, so there's good potential there. It's good that he's, I don't know when he came across here, but he's found a first team spot now, and a couple of highlights and stuff I've seen, I think I do recognise him, so looks like he's playing week in, week out, unless I've got that wrong.
We'll have a look at half-time and see what we can work out, but Irabona now clips it in. Economopoulos brings it down. Zacharakis plays the ball to the back post. Toriani gets the header away. Mavrolimbardos picks it up. Again, Yates will now pick it up in midfield. Turns out, looks for Zacharakis on that.
Gave him a little bit to do there, didn't he? 3v1.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, that ball by Yates, but he picks it up again here and gives it to Lacornu. Kakafiris. Mavrolimbardos gives the ball away to Yates with a thumping challenge like you mentioned earlier.
What was I saying before?
Roscoe Lewis now looks to release that long ball, and Lacornu deals with that one. Oh, he's turned inside there was Mollis.
Lots of turnovers, isn't there?
Just a lot of, there's a lot of turnovers happening at the moment now. It's Irabona. Can he produce some quality on the right-hand side? Gets into the box. Comes back to the left-hand side. Wow, Winimana deals with that one. Yates picks the scraps up in midfield. Kakafiris gets his left foot across into the box. It's a great ball into the box. Hands going up everywhere for a corner goal kick, and the linesman agrees with the Comets players. It's going to be a corner. Bronner gets over to take it quickly, but no one wants to take it quickly, so it's going to be whipped into the box by Maverick Bardos.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. You want to see the big boys getting up there. They've done it once already, so you've got to see that as a one of your strong attacking suits, I suppose, when you're playing a team with boys that are a bit smaller than you, or you've got lethal people in the air like Welshie, and I'm surprised Cornew's sitting back, to be honest, but...
Ball comes in. Welshie at the back post. Can't finish. He gets it back though as Welsh. Bonner! Saved by Groff. Penalty shouts.
Flick it.
It's a knockback. In the end, it's just a goal kick. Ping pong in the box, Tommy.
Ping pong. No good. He looking like he maybe should have stuck his head on that one, but I suppose when you're right back, you don't find yourself in those positions too many times. Long ball again by that Olympic by Toriani. Welsh wins that header. Maverick Bardos tries to release Labasso, but just a little bit of scrappy play at the moment. Again, falls to Maverick Bardos, who runs at Luich. He skips past Luich. He gets down the left-hand side. He gets his ball in the box. Polly gets his foot to it and clears. Sakani beats Zacharakis to the punch there. A little bit of a trick. Weirabon with that back heel there. And Welsh just calms things down, and now Yates will get things started going forwards. Labasso has a go. No touch by the goalkeeper, says the referee, Regis. It's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, you always got to call for those ones though as a striker. Makes you look better if it's off target.
Toriani plays out from the back. Overall and Mollis link up. Yates puts his body between him and the ball, and a little bit of a shove to go on with it in very Yates fashion that. The referee asks for the throw to be taken back a little bit. No real estate being sold here tonight. Throws down the line. Habimana. Lacornu seem to push him in the back, and the assistant referee and referee agree. It's going to be a free kick to Adelaide Olympic. Again, in quite a dangerous position. It's going to probably be Polly to whip this in with his left foot.
Yeah, dangerous spot. They need to get the big boys in there now. I think Polly's got a pretty decent left foot, so he'd be should be banking on trying to get a few boys in there for this one, I think. Need to keep it away from Lacornu and Welsh though, because they'll mop it up, no problems. If it's anywhere near Dan, he'll come and get it.
Polly does whip that ball in and is in the arms of Dan Vaughan. Welsh tries to play forward, but it's cut out in midfield, and now it's a loose ball which is picked up by Benevenuto in midfield. He played to Polly, who released on his right foot, but it's going to end up with Dan Vaughan again.
Still screaming out for someone to just get a foot on the ball, I think, for a couple of minutes. I think it'd be Comets have had most of the play, but that's good football. Lots of turnovers.
Kamara in midfield now. Puts Maverick Bardos on his backside and now runs at Comets and slips Polly into the box. Can they find something here? Sakani at the back post.
Oh.
Gets his shot on target, but Kakafiris gets in the way, and it's going to be another corner to Adelaide Olympic.
Probably had a decent game down that left-hand side. It's 2 or 3 times now he's got in behind Stelios. And actually managed to pick someone out then, and not quite the finish, but again, positive signs for Olympic. If they get one now, just before 10 minutes to go, could make for an interesting little 10-minute spell at the end of the half here.
They're going to change it up. Olympic is going to be Luich to outswing this one. Not going to be an inswinger by Polly, and here it is by Luich. To the back post. Toriani up, but can't win the header. Sakani will pick up the loose ball and try and beat Irabona on that far side. Sakani gets the cross into the box.
Great ball.
Oh, great chance goes begging there by Abi Molas. At the back post, he made contact with the ball, but couldn't trouble Dan Vaughan.
Good little spell here for Olympic. Looking dangerous. And that might be the first time in my life I've seen a centre-back take a corner.
Got to try something when you're 1-0 down.
Well, he's obviously technically gifted. It wasn't a terrible ball in.
No, it was a decent ball. It's Comets though on the attack again. It's very up and down here at Apex Football Stadium. A great ball into the box. Maybe not a great ball into the box. My eyes deceived me there. It's gone out for a goal kick. Zacharakis that was delivering with his right foot that time. .37.5 minutes played here at Apex Football Stadium. Adelaide Comets 1. Adelaide Olympic 0.
Don't know if that tactic's been working too well for them.
Oh, a late tackle there by Molas, who's already on a yellow card.
Looked like he got him there a little bit, didn't it?
Very experienced yelp by Alan Welsh as well to make the referee alerted there.
Yeah, you got to sell it. Got to sell it.
I'm fairly sure that Arby Molas was booked earlier in the game. I can't remember who picked up that Olympic yellow card. I'll have to have a look at half-time, but very lucky not to receive a second one if it was him. Lacornia will go along with the free kick. Looking for Irabona on the right-hand side. He wins that header over Polly. Again, Dan Vaughan not too happy with the decision by...
I hope you can't hear him through the microphones too much. It might be a bit more than PG. Dan's playing.
Yates wins the header. Labasso buzzing around midfield. Irabona in the box. Labasso can't find Marilyn Bardos, and it's going to be Molas to pick the loose ball up. Kamara on the ball again. Been quite dangerous. Has T-Boy Kamara through the middle tonight?
Yeah, I think they need to look to be getting him on the ball a bit more. He seems to be, I don't know, he's floating around a bit, isn't he? 6 and 10, but when he gets the ball, he does look dangerous. These hard balls into the middle for Olympic are tough. There's no one sitting under them for the rebound or anything, so they're trying to flick balls around the corners or bring balls out of the sky. There you go, they got through.
Sakani.
But it's tough football, especially as a striker, and people are pinging balls into you, and you got, like I said, your Welshes and the corners right up your backside. It's tough work, so I don't know if they want it to look a bit more shorter stuff.
Great interplay there by Mollison. Overall, but not that by Benavenuto. Gives it away. It's Marilyn Bardos through the middle. Labasso with space. He finds Irabona in more space. Great tackle by Marco Muhaha-Winimana.
Another great name.
Yeah, I can pronounce that one because I coached him a few years ago, so
that's awesome.
That's my claim for that one. Only a 17, 18-year-old young fella playing first-team football.
You do it well.
In the box.
Rolls off the tongue.
Labasso swings a leg at it. Picked up by Welsh. Trying to get closer and closer to those goals is Alan Welsh. Luich now, he releases Sakani in a foot race with Welsh. Welsh lets him have it. Sakani looks at the back post.
There you go. Oh, he ran from his own half. That is something I never did. Well done.
Homemade truths coming out in the commentary tonight. It was a great run by Brian Abonimana to get his head to it. Maybe he was a bit too spent to put it in the back of the net, but another chance goes begging for Olympic to get back on equal terms.
I think it's one of them ones. Either side, Dan, that's a goal, but unfortunately for him and his team, he's hit the big man straight in the chest.
I'm sure Dan Vaughan will claim that was a great save.
He'll tell you it was a great save. I've seen Dan make a lot of good saves, and his collection would be quite vast.
Marilyn Bardos picks it up and tries to find Irabona. It gets to Irabona. somehow. Not sure how, but it does. Benevenuto picks it up. Polly out of defence now. Travels with the ball, releases Kamara in a foot race with Welsh again. Sure, that's not a foot race Welsh will want to do too often.
No, then that's just that. I don't want to keep harping on about Welshie, but that's that football IQ to just give yourself 10 yards, because if you put them in a 20, 30 metre sprint starting from the same spot, he's not winning it.
Overall, plays Benevenuto. His pass is nearly missed by Toriani. It's actually turned over. Economopoulos finds Irabona. Can he find something this time? He has a go.
Good shot. Well held, keeper.
Cosmo Groff does indeed hold on to that one and looks for not Toriani, sorry, Roscoe Luic. Who then looks for that ball.
Yeah.
It's won by Laconia. It's almost like we're on repeat in this first half. Nicholas Economopoulos gets away with a foul there. Referee plays advantage. Polly now comes back to that man, T-Boy Kamara, the one who's been creating everything for Olympic in attack.
Yeah, his movement's sharp. I'd definitely be looking to get him on the ball a bit more in the second half. I think that's going to be crucial to Olympic getting back in the... Not that they're out of the game, it's only 1-0, but if they want to have a real crack, I'd definitely be getting T-Boy on the ball, trying to maybe cut out this long ball into the striker stuff, because it might work every now and then, but it's hard work. They look like they got the players to play through, so maybe in the second half they might look at it.
Here is that man, T-Boy Kamara. Overall, just that pass comes off the ground and makes Luic have to take an extra touch. Luic goes into the box early though. Ooh, Vaughan doesn't come and lets it bounce, and Sakani nearly slipped in and had an open net, but Vaughan comfortable enough to let that one bounce and get away with it. So it's Yates now. Welsh. Back to Yates. Back to Welsh.
Let it bounce.
Welsh with plenty of time on the ball now. It's Lacornia who looks at that ball and finds it, but Karkafiris can't quite control it. And now is probably going to get a yellow card, or a talking to for time wasting for throwing the extra ball back onto the pitch.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Athan coming back out in the second half. Not based on performance, but based on players on the pitch. Don't want to go down to 10 men, especially early.
Yeah, another one of those has already been booked in this first half, so both players that have picked up yellow cards are probably walking that tightrope. Won't want to get a yellow card for time wasting. I'm sure George Sonas won't be very happy with that. Labasso wins the flick on Economopoulos. Toriani wins it, but it falls to Irabone, and plenty of space. Assesses his options, and now it's out wide with Zacharakis. Looks inside to Yates. And just that patient build up again by Comets. It's Welsh. Plenty of time to drift into the midfield now. But the outside of the foot tries to find his teammate, but couldn't do it, but wins the header. It falls to Labasso. Karkafiris finds Labasso, but his touch just skips off the ground and Roscoe Luic picks it up.
That was a great ball from Athan. It's lured him in thinking it might be another long ball from earlier in the first half and just slipped him in. It's unfortunate with the touch.
Karkafiris finds Yates, who slips one way and the other but loses the ball.
Yeah,
just that scrappy interplay again by both teams.
Yeah, I think that's where, well, both teams just have to be better. When there's someone coughs it up, it's just coughed straight back up again. Seem to be getting away with a lot.
Yates finds himself on the edge of the box, but turns out all the way back to Karkafiris, who puts the ball in. Falls to Labasso, but his touch is away from him. He can't get the shot away. Olympic will clear with that long ball again. Welsh deals with that in the air. Ooh, Economopoulos has a go.
I don't mind that. What that does is starts to draw out the defence, and as the game goes on, they if they know you're going to pull the trigger, starts to create gaps, and then if you've got players like your Labassos and your Yates, they'll start to find those little gaps.
There will be no additional time in this first half. Bang on 45 minutes.
Regis has got a dinner booked, I reckon, 8:30.
It's half time here at Apex Football Stadium. And the scoreline reads Adelaide Comets 1, Adelaide Olympic 0. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
It definitely does.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the back foot. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, and is it in?
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for Mobry Tech.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd
in the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yuda Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Matteo. One of 3 top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
Mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by Friedrich, gets the touchdown. Stefan Matteo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Busasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Busasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Matteo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Matteo go. Jai King-Byrne. Matteo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They'd let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Stratline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli. Number 9, Tane Morris. Number 12, Georgia Box. Number 13, Madeline Box. Number 14, Siobhan Easton. Number 16, Natasha Vella. And number 27, Lena Vogelsang, with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Erin Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, 1-on-1. Well collected by Erin Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Uni. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Could this be the opening? It was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set piece opportunity. Quigley hitting. It's in. The breakthrough being made. Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Notto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Notto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Notto's there to make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane, just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows. 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back to the second half here at Apex Football Stadium. No changes for either team at the halftime break.
Athan survived. One tackle though, and I reckon he might be gone.
That's Ethan Karkafiris that Tommy Briscoe is talking about. Picked up a yellow card in the first half and escaped a second yellow card for time wasting just before the break. So ready to kick things off for the second half. Adelaide Olympic looking like they're taking on board what the Comets did to start the first half off. Away we go. Long ball to Takani. Irabona beats him on that occasion. Again, Irabona's in the action early. Here he is picking the ball up. Polly finds Sakani, who finds Kamara. The real live wire in the first half was T-Boy Kamara. It's Polly who finds nobody on this occasion, goes out for a throw-in. Just looking at some of these past results of these two teams, and Adelaide Olympic haven't beaten Adelaide Comets since round 11, 2021, so a few years since they've been able to beat Adelaide Comets. I'm sure they'd love to get that result in their favour tonight, but they're going to have to do it the hard way. They're down 1-0 at the moment. On the attack, here goes Molas.
Head injury.
Looks
there.
like a head injury. Don't think the referee spotted the head injury yet.
Don't know if Yates
May need
has
to
got
stop
away with
play.
a little elbow there, or accidental flick.
Didn't quite see what happens, but again, we get the benefit of this little replay that we've got here. Maybe a little bit of malice hand movements to the face by Ryan Yates, but
He's gone to say sorry now, so it's okay.
nothing picked up by any of the officials, so it's going to be, I think it's Habonimana who's picking up the treatment at the moment. Did look to get pushed in the face, maybe in the eye, who knows. We're a bit far away to see, but...
Yeah, don't want a finger in the eye. He was holding the back of his head, I think. Not sure. He's not getting up too quick though, is he? Oh, there we go. He's a tall boy.
Yeah, look, I think anyone's tall when I look at him,
Yeah.
but I'm short, so... The referee will restart play with maybe a drop ball in favour of Adelaide Comets because I think they had possession. Looks like that's what's going to happen on the far side. It's going to be dropped in front of Ethan Karkafiris.
Yeah, he's signalling down there to the physio that he might have got a bit of an elbow to the back of the head. But knowing Ryan Yates, I'm sure it was accidental and he didn't mean it.
Toriani picks the ball up from the restart and plays back to Groff, who plays Uhaha Winimana. Polly with his touch comes off the ground, but it works out. Abonimana with a touch. T-Boy Kamara couldn't quite get the next touch in his favour, and it's going to be a throw into Adelaide Olympic. Benavenuto with the touch. Polly beats Labasso to the ball. Looks to switch. Great switch of play.
Very good game, Polly. I think he's captain of Olympic and he seems to be leading the way.
Yates clears that one with his knee. Bonimana now.
Ooh.
Man on a mission after copping that early knock. He wins another free kick for his team in a dangerous position.
Was that Welsh or Athan again? I'm not sure. Treading a thin line if it is. Must have been Welshie.
Welshie looks like he's a fair way away from the play, so again we get to have another little look. I think you were right. I think it was Welsh.
Ooh,
no, it wasn't. It was Karkafiris again.
All right. Wonder if GT's. I think 4 of them over the ball here. Might be getting Polly over there on his left foot.
Nowhere near it at the moment is Polly.
He's waved them away.
It's going to be Tsakani who's told everyone to move out the way. So it's Zoid Tsakani from the dead ball. Can he test Vaughan in goals? He hits it.
We went low.
Oh, and he's done a tumble roll, has Daniel Vaughan, but I think it was quite comfortable. And he didn't really have to do that, but anyhow.
Got to put on a bit of a show, don't you?
Vaughan retreats that ball to take the goal kick. Adelaide Olympic with a bit of a high line, bit of a high press. Yates picks the ball up. Welsh gets a caught underneath his feet. Habonimana. Lucky there by Welsh not to concede anything else, but he wins the goal kick.
Call me old school, but I'm not the biggest fan of the playing out. I get it, totally get it, but I think at 1-0, I know I'd rather be sending it up there. Unless you're Man City, you can do what you want, I suppose. That's a better way to play out.
I thought you were going to get your wish for a second there, but Kakafira's come to pick the ball up, and it's gone back to Vaughan. Not with much pace on the ball, so he has to quickly get rid of it. Labasso and Benevenuto win a header into each other. Overall plays down the line and wins the throw in for his team. It's a bit of a not very exciting start to the second half. Just Adelaide Olympic with most of the ball.
Yeah, sussing each other out, I think. They seem to be... Comets are sitting in 2 banks of 4 now by the looks of it, and they seem to be letting them come at it a little bit. Can be risky, I think, but if they can break...
Here we go, Comets. Oh,
that way.
Thought it was going to break for Comets there, but the referee pulls it up for a free kick and relieves Olympic because Labasso was away on goal if he had got that ball through.
Yeah, and he's not slow, so there could have been a chance.
And it's going to be a third free kick in the first 5 minutes in a dangerous position. Maybe this time it's going to be Polly to whip it in with his left foot. No.
They've definitely started on the front foot. The centre back again.
It's going to be Rusko Luic with that right foot. We saw him take a few set pieces in the first half. He's going to be trusted again this time round. Maybe a tactic to swing it away from Dan Vaughan. See what he can produce this time. Rusko Luic with the delivery.
Great ball.
Zakani wins the header, but it's over the crossbar and doesn't trouble Dan Vaughan on that occasion.
That's obviously why he's on the set pieces. That's a great ball in.
Yeah, not something we've seen too often is Luic taking those set pieces, but maybe they found something at training during the week and trying to make use of that tonight. Polly smartly holds off Irabona and wins the throw.
Yeah, I suppose it's natural practice to have your centre backs in for your corners and your balls in from the good positions and that sort of thing, because they're naturally better at heading the ball. But like you said, maybe they've seen something, and that last free kick, it looked like he put it in a nice area.
Welsh is beaten to the ball by Zakani, who with a brilliant flick releases Habonimana, who beats Welsh for a second time, and the cross is blocked by Zacharakis, but it's fallen to Polly, who loses the ball to Labasso, and Labasso's away.
Oh, he's done
skips
well.
past Benevenuto. Polly tries to bring him down, but Labasso skips away again through the middle of the park. Slips Irabona through. Polly is down behind play. Looks to be a bit of an injury, but the referee's going to let it go on because it's in Ryan Yates' hands, whose ball is very wasteful and finds the assistant coach of Adelaide Olympic down there warming the players up. That's how bad that ball was, Tommy.
Yep, it sure was. I'd rather him pull the trigger from there. He can hit a ball. Might have had the same result, goal kick, but it would have been funner to watch. That might be mine.
Cosmo Groff's trying to give you a kick, mate. He must have heard that you played today. He's trying to give you another touch.
I can hardly move my legs, to be honest. It wouldn't have brought it down very well.
Kamara, his touch inside is won by Yates. Yates again. That hustle and bustle by Yates, but I think it was Lucas Economopoulos who gives the free kick away in the end, and they want to move the ball quickly, but the referee says no. Just wait a minute. I want to see if the player's okay.
Looked like he landed on his leg there, I think. It's good to see him hop back up. He looks like another young player with a bit of talent, the 16. Alessio.
Benevenuto, yep. Welsh gently nods that one back to Vaughan, and luckily Vaughan was awake to it, otherwise it might have given away a bit of a cheap corner there. Again, Olympic step up high up the park. Vaughan goes long. Quite a large goal kick, which almost makes it to the box, and Muhaha has to deal with it, but he doesn't. Labasso's in on goal. His cross is not very good on that occasion, and
a couple of times tonight. Just that final delivery into the box, the Comets probably let them down a little bit.
Looks like some substitutions getting ready for Adelaide Comets down below us. A couple of players that actually started last week. Gus Williams, and I think the other one is
Garrido.
Roberto Fernandez Garrido. So GT's seen enough and wants to get some more goals on the board to protect this game. And that change is going to happen quite quickly. Only 9 minutes into the second half, looks like.
Very attacking move. I like it. I like attacking football. And played with Gussie when I was at Comets, and he is when he's on, he's on. So he could provide them a bit of a spark here, because I think they've been on the back foot a little bit here.
Looks like one of the Economopoulos boys coming off, and the referee's just coming over to make sure he hurries up and gets off the field.
Not in a rush to get off. Bit early for the time wasting.
Yeah, it is Lucas Economopoulos that's come off. And the other one walked around the other side, looks like it's Mavrilyn Bardos who's also come off. The referee's done a rather heavy jog to make sure that substitution happened a bit quicker than what the Comets wanted it to happen. Player restarts. Sakani with another flick. Doesn't find anybody that time. Lacornia picks the ball up. Plays it all the way back to Dan Vaughan. Again, long distribution. Mohaha Winimana wins it with his, not sure what, he won that with his backside. And another free kick in the middle of the park, won by T-Boy Kamara. It's been quite impressive tonight, has T-Boy Kamara.
Looks very very strong on the ball and quick, and looks like he's in good nick. So, again, it'd be great to see him get on the ball a little bit more for Olympic, I think. But obviously, if I'm saying that, maybe Comets are doing a good job of keeping him out of the game. Saying that, he's been in the game. He's not having a bad game. It'd just be good to see him a bit more, I think. Looks like he can have a real impact.
Yeah, definite playmaker and can change a game. Can T-Boy Kamara, as Mollison and Oval try to link up, and just smart play there by Yates, who wins the free kick for his team. And we're going to see another substitution. This time it's going to be Adelaide Olympic making that change. It's going to be Alessio Benevenuto who's going to be brought off here in favour of Mamadi Kamara, number 9 for Adelaide Olympic. Assistant coach Stav Parisos making that change. So looks like Mamadi Kamara and T-Boy Kamara are going to link up in the midfield, or maybe T-Boy gets that roaming license to do whatever he wants.
I'd definitely be giving him the freedom of that role. Yeah, I mean, broken record, as you said. We've said it a couple of times now, but he definitely looks the man that could change it for him. It's good to see Stav still super involved. He's a good man, Stav.
The heart and soul of this football club, as many people have said in the past. Helping Christy Vangeli on the bench for the last few weeks. So that's T-Boy Kamara gets the ball play through, but he loses sight of it, and it's cleared by Comets.
Almost got caught out there. I think Welsh and Lacorni both don't know where they were. We've got the replay.
Toriani cleans up for Olympic. He plays it to Groff. Those fresh legs from Garrido and Gus Williams on this right-hand side. Trying to cause some trouble and get that second goal and maybe a little bit more security for Comets, but they give the ball away. It's Habonimana.
That's good football.
Kamara. Habonimana again, but his ball looking for Zoid Sakani, who'd actually step back, not making the forward run, and it lands in the feet, now hands of Dan Vaughan. Lacornia plays it back to Vaughan. Looks up and only has Alan Welsh as a short pass, but decides to go long. Labasse wins the header. Thought it had fallen for Irabona, but it was actually Toriani that picked it up. Cosmo Groff under some pressure here. Oh, he does well to get past Garrido, does young Cosmo Groff there.
Did very well. I think we're going to see this open up a fair bit in the next, that's silly, in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think the scoring is done here just yet at Apex Football Stadium. We've played 59 minutes and 25 seconds, so still 30-odd minutes to go. And with some early substitutions and some more goals, we might see a little bit more added time in the second half. But Adelaide Comets on the attack through Zacharakis this time. Gus Williams plays it all the way back to Welsh, who looks inside and finds Yates. Yates under some pressure from Sakani. Holly watches it go over his head, gets his body between. He gets a touch on that, and he concedes the corner. Tried a volleying out, but the bigger body in Konomopoulos, I think it was, that put the pressure on and won the corner. It's going to be Aladdin Irabona to waltz over and whip this one in and swing it away from the goal. Could this be the chance for that big unit of Alan Welsh? Or
I was about to say that. Keep your eye on Welshie here.
Number 22 with the orange boots, if you're watching.
Floating to the back stick.
The scorer of the opening goal. Can he get a second? It's a lower corner. Williams lets it go past him. It's cleared but picked up by Yates. Yates clips it back in. Ball's won. Labasso tries the overhead.
There you go.
And there it is from Aladdin Irabona, who sneaks into the back post and puts it away with his left foot. Not sure where to celebrate, but he ends up coming back over to this side of the park and
he's shooting
bow and arrow.
Shooting the camera? I don't know.
I think he's
great
shooting
finish though. No, I don't think he's shooting me. He'd be shooting the camera above us, I think. Great finish. Snuck in there at the back post. I think he's possibly done that a couple of times this year, where he's just seemed to float in at the back stick, and that's what good wingers do. You'll find them floating around the back stick. But once you're in that position, you've got to finish, and that's what he's done. It's got his team a nice 2-0 cushion. With Olympic, they've been pressing, so you could probably say that was maybe a little bit against the run of play.
I think it's very fair to say that it was against the run of play, but when you have the quality of some of the players in this Comets team, it's very, very hard when chances like that come your way that you can clear the ball. If you don't clear the ball, you're going to get punished, and that's exactly what happened. 61 minutes played. It's Adelaide Olympic 0, Adelaide Comets 2. Aladdin Irabona, hang on a second.
Ooh.
It's Hibonimana with an instant chance to reply and bring that margin back. There was no flag.
Little bit of communication breakdown from Welsh and Vaughan there. One saying you come, the other one saying you clear it.
And then they both looked over at the linesman looking for the flag
as
well.
And they say, where's your flag, mate? No, he possibly could have done a bit better with that finish. I think in that situation, your chances are few and far between. You've got to be at least hitting the target, make the keeper work. Again, with this short stuff.
Yeah, all it was a simple ball from Toriani, played through the middle, and both central defenders got caught maybe a bit too far apart, and Habonimana couldn't make it count to bring the scoreline back to 2-1. So it stands as Comets 2, Olympic 0, and Irabona gets his third goal of the season with a great finish with his left foot. So a long way back now for Olympic, you would think. Maybe some more changes. Who knows what's going to happen in the near future. But it's Mahaha Winimana now. Finds Sakani. They're still playing their football. He turns inside, doesn't have too much. He looks for that ball inside, and Bonimana's beaten to it by Lecornu.
Again, tough ball. Even with it coming into his feet, if you look at that on the replay, he's got no one under him. So what are you expecting the boy to do? Turn, drop one straight over keeper's head. It's tough. So
well kept in by Marco Muhaha Winimana. Toriani now showing us what he can do on the ball, and that's not his best effort. Turns the ball over. It's going to be Gus Williams in some space. He's going to face Muhaha Winimana now. Can he get into the box? He skips it past him. I think that one's just too far, and it goes out for a goal kick.
That looked like a 4-on-2 to me, so I'd be cautious with Olympic in their quest for a goal, that they don't leave themselves too exposed. 2 can become 4 pretty quickly if you're going to play that game.
And I'm sure they'll be very aware of that, because that's exactly what happened last week when they went down to 10 men and still tried to play their football, which is great. You see teams that go down to 10 men, they just park the bus, but they tried to play and they copped 6 last week, and they'll be very desperate not to see that happen again this week.
Well, I completely messed that up earlier then. I said they had a few good results, didn't I? I forgot they got beat like that last week. I think the last game I noticed was the South Adelaide game, which is always a tough place to win. So that was interesting to see them bounce back to a defeat like that. But I think Adelaide City are they were coming off a couple of pretty average results, so there was always someone was going to cop it in the pipeline. Unfortunately, it was them.
Oh, Luic tries to do a bit too much with it. Loses the ball. It's Irabona again. The score of the second goal gets in. And Cosmo Groff does well to save it on the line. It was nearly an own goal by Muhaha Winimana. Groff with the quick release to Polly. Put under pressure straight away. Comets ramping it up now. Sensing more. Goals are in this for them. Oh, a little flick by Muhaha Winimana gets away with it. It's Polly now. Down the left-hand side. The captain, Polly. Releases Kamara. The corner has to come across. He gets caught out. Shoulder to shoulder. No, the referee says no, it's not. Looked pretty fair to me, Tommy.
Yeah, again, he sold it. As you saw Yatesy do it earlier. It's an iconic move, and they call it the squid jag. And it's luring him in, copping one in the back, and Yatesy did it to perfection. It's falling on the ball. Now, I've played for a long time, and I'd never heard it until I played with Ryan. But ever since, I've found it hilarious. So it is fishing at its finest on a football field.
Not going to lie, it's the first time I've heard of it as well, but I like it. Toriani with a solid header in the air. Polly finds Takani. Tries to do too much with it. Zacharakis wins the ball. Finds Garrido. Garrido back to Zacharakis. Irabona again. Gets the overlap from Karkafiris. Irabona loses the ball, but it's picked up by Yates again. That safety player is Ryan Yates, who just sits there and picks everything up. But his second wayward pass is half. And there goes that great distribution by Cosmo Groff by hand, who finds Sakani.
It looks good hand and feet, the keeper.
Sakani with some space. Turns inside. Turns back outside. Tries to release the ball, but in the end, Yates just a little Rabona pass there. Doesn't quite come off, but the audacity to try that.
I love it, but can't give him the props on that one. But he's still there mopping it up. Just puts himself in the right spot.
There's Olympic with some possession now. Going to pull the trigger on another change at Adelaide Olympic. Getting ready down here. It's Binyam Kambete. But before that, it's Alan Welsh now through the middle of the park.
Shoot.
Gets into the box, but I think his eyes lit up and saw number 2 for himself there, and had Irabon on the left of him, but didn't use him. Now it's Welsh trying to get back. Kamara gives it away, though, and lets him off the hook. But Lacornia wasn't aware of what was around him, and he gives the ball straight back, and it's just a bit of sloppy play at the moment.
It's just that final third for Olympic. They just really, something needs to stick. I think if something sticks, they might find themselves.
T-Boy Kamara tries to create
put the clamps on him. I think if they start to find feet, not so much just feet, but someone underneath the second ball, they might find themselves a bit more dangerous. But like I've said from the start, that ball in with no one under you, me doing it for years, it's hard. It's really hard. Like, what do you want the guy to do? But if there's someone under you, it's good. It's good football. The idea's there. Definitely you can see the way they're trying to play. So then the execution is the tough part.
Execution is the key, and execution is just what's happened on the bench here for Adelaide Olympic. It's the former Comet player in Binyam Kabeta, who actually played for Adelaide Comets last season, scored the winning goal against Adelaide Olympic last season. Comes on, and can he get his new team back in this game? The man coming off was Brian Habonimana, so a couple of
I think they picked up
changes for Olympic.
Picked up 2 boys from Comets last year. Just a quick stint. I think it was RB Mollis and Binyam. It obviously didn't work out for them, but it's good that they've found a new spot.
There is RB Mollis winning that ball. Again, a loose pass by Zacharakis. A lot of instruction. Oh, great pass by Cosmo Groff to thread the needle there between two Comets players.
He's not scared to play a hard ball, is he?
Try to play out again, Olympic. Toriani on the ball. The man from Como in Italy, Marco Toriano. Got to have a chat with him after the cup game last week, and he was over the moon because they got promoted to the Serie A, and he was actually quite upset because he wasn't back home to go to the game. So he said, you've got to take the good with the bad, mate. You're in Australia, so what else do you want?
Mate, it's a place to be. Place to be. Little old Adelaide, nothing wrong with Adelaide.
Showing us his full range that time is Toriani. The pass doesn't quite make it, but see the idea there, trying to find Polly in that space. And Sakani now tries to have a go from about 45
ambitious.
yards. Williams picks the ball up.
Be great to see Olympic get one now, I think. We've just had a bit of spice to the last 20 minutes, make it entertaining.
Here is Kabede. I'm sure he'd love to get on the score sheet against his old team. Kamara.
It's looking
Kabede.
lively.
Bit of great fancy movement in and around the box by Adelaide Olympic. Luic's touch just comes off the ground. Overall, but it's picked up by Irabona to clear. Toriani gets that loose ball. Oh, a dangerous pass by Muhaha Winimana, but
did well to keep that.
He did. Mollis did very well to keep that ball under the pressure from Jaden Labasso there. Zakani's first time pass, can't find Polly. Goes out for a throw, and now it's Adelaide Comets with 5 on 5. It's just so many numbers going forward.
I feel like Olympic have wrestled it back a little bit, which is good. Momentum might be swinging.
Marco Muhaho in Mana told to pull his socks up there. Not in the way of pull your socks up and do better, but literally pull your socks up. Ball goes long. It's Sakani wins the header. Can Polly keep it in? The official says yes, he kept it in, but his cross is no good, and this one might be coming up to us.
Oh, close.
Almost.
Thought the iPad was in danger then.
Sakani wins another throw for his team. Looks for Kabede with a long throw into the box. He gets into the box.
Oh.
And Lacornio on his backside with a half bicycle and clears it for a corner.
It's a defender's bicycle kick.
Did you teach him that one?
I didn't teach him that one. That's his own, that one. Mate, if I did a bicycle kick, I don't think I'd be able to get up for 2 or 3 weeks. I'd still be on the floor.
Maybe a couple of years ago, the referee's seen something he doesn't like in the box. It is Lacornio that's going to get the chatting to.
It's the ex-teammates and that.
No, I think it's Liam Overall that's Lacornio's not too happy, or has he got some blood maybe on his shirt?
Blood rule.
Not in any rush to change his shirt.
Judging by kit manager Van Galle's reaction, I don't think they have one on the bench. He has taken off at a rate or not.
So it looks like Adelaide Comets may be down to 10 men temporarily.
Yep.
Not sure if it's his blood or someone else's blood, but
I think it's his elbow.
The ball comes in. It falls.
Oof.
Cleared by Welsh.
It's a if Olympic are smart about this, they'll really try and pressure in the next couple of minutes while they're getting his shirt folded, because he's a beast in the air and he's not out there.
A beast in the air is what Tom Briscoe's called Lacornio. Little smile on his face there, and that 2 corners whipped into the box. They're not taking toll of this, are they, Tommy?
No. I think I was the only player to ever beat Adam in the air. He didn't hear that one. It's true, though. This should just be constant balls into the box for me.
Yeah, you can see Welsh, he's just picked up a more central position.
Yates, he's had to drop in there. That's
they do put the ball into the box, but to nobody.
Yeah.
So every time they put that ball into the box, it's just more time it gives Lacornia to get back on the park. And Christy Vangeli calling some more players down. So their last opportunity to make a change, they're either going to have to make a double sub or a triple sub. That's what they've got left.
It'd be very interesting to see GT's reaction if there's a goal conceded while this is happening. It'd be a few slap wrists, I think.
The kit man's on his way back, so
yeah, he's going to be absolutely knackered when he gets here.
He deserves a beer after that one.
He does.
Holly's ball. It's Welsh. Clears the ball.
It's like he's coming around the bend at Flemington. 200 to go. Get the whip out, Vange.
He's got a couple of shirts with him.
He's done. He's done.
He's bought all the shirts out just in case it happens again. He doesn't want to do that run again. So Lacornia's all patched up. He's about to put his new shirt on and enter back onto the park. But it's Kamara plays Kibete. Kibete to Mollis. Mollis now to Mohaha Winimana. Picks the ball up. Plays it out to Polly. Can he get the ball into the box? Plays it to Sarkani. Polly.
Great tackle.
Oh, great tackle there by Zacharakis. And the referee just wants to make sure that
What was that little sidestep?
Lacornia playing some funny buggers there. Got to be careful doing that when you're getting older, don't you? Doing those little side steps.
Can't turn like that. You'll do a meniscus.
The referee and his officials, his assistant officials, happy with that. He's got a new shirt. Not sure if the number's been changed. I didn't take note. No, it hasn't. He's still got the 4 on his back.
I think Dimmu is 4 normally and Ads is 5. So
well, there you go. Picked up on my mistake there, Tommy. Thank you. So
no, that's not what I'm here for.
Adam Lacornia does normally wear the 5, so I think the referee got his notepad out just to make sure he had that written down that he's changed numbers.
It's very important, the numbers.
Kamara to Polly. Kibete. Away from his mark, he gets into the box. Mamadi Kamara turns, gets the shot away, but it's blocked. It falls to Sakani, who stays on. No, he doesn't stay onside. So
Kibite's looked dangerous since he's come on. He seems to be giving a little bit, which is good.
A little bit more time wasting happening there from Adelaide Comets, not playing the ball back, just letting it go. But yeah, Kibete has come on and shown what he can do on the ball, that's for sure. I'm sure they'd love to get him closer to goal, having those chances and maybe a bit more possession closer inside the box. It's going to be another change here for Adelaide Comets. It's going to be Ryan Yates, who's been told to go off on the other side. It's going to be Jack Yule coming on. Fill us in on the conversation you had with him before the game, Tommy.
Well, he told me to say that he's the best Yule. So
tell us the other Yules that are out there.
We've got Johnny Yule, who is quality, Adelaide United, and young Charlie, who's a keeper as well, who I also had the pleasure of playing with. All 3 lads are brilliant. And
so he reckons he's better than his brother who's playing in the A-League.
Do you know what? When I was playing at West Adelaide, young Jack came through, and I was very, very, very impressed. He's probably one of the best 16-year-olds that I'd ever seen come through. Then at the same time, his best mate Ryan Yates came through Bacala. So that was a very exciting prospect for those two coming through. Also Sacred Heart boys, which is good.
Bloody hell, you're going to have a good team in a few years' time.
I know. Mate, the contracts are getting written up. But no, Johnny's still with Adelaide United, and he was saying before, hopefully, I'm not supposed to spread rumours, am I? But there might be hopefully a move for him, because I think he needs to go overseas. I think he'll do well.
I'm going to stop you there because it's Kamara into the box, but he can't find Kibete. So not only are we getting expert comments from Tommy Briscoe, we're also getting the inside information on international transfers tonight as well.
I'll have agents ringing me soon.
Bonner, it's Labasso in the box. Can they get a third? It's Garrido. His shot goes past the post of Groff, and their hands in the air saying, where's the corner? The referee says it's just a goal kick. Back to you, Tommy, sorry.
No, I was just going to close out the comment on Jack Hill. Great lad, great player, good pickup. And I think he's one of those guys, the older he gets, he's going to be a good squad player, whether he starts or comes off the bench, or technically very, very gifted. And I think he might have scored in the cup last week.
Polly gets his ball into the box. Takani brings it down, but Welsh just reading the play there and getting his foot in, and Dan Vaughan. You can hear, well, we can hear, but you probably can't. There's a lot of coarse language happening from Vaughan. Not happy with the number 22 and Liam Overall running into him there.
I don't think you'll meet a more passionate man in anything that he does than Dan. He great guy to have in your team. Great guy in general. And not scared to let his feelings known on the pitch.
Here is Yule. Williams now. Zacharakis, ball to the fourth, falls back to Williams. All the way back to Yule. Back to Welsh. Lacornu wearing the number 4. Overall picks the ball up.
I think he's a really good pickup for Olympic. Last year, I believe he came from Victory. I remember playing them in a couple of games, and I was quite impressed with him. I did think he needed an NPL move, and here he is, and he doesn't look out of his comfort zone at all. He looks quite content and comfortable back there, right back. So it's good to see a move like that for a player.
Of young players in the Adelaide Olympic team that a couple come up through the ranks. So you have Mahaha Widimana, who's played juniors previously, as Yule goes forward. Irabona back to Zacharakis, and Groff comes out and claims very smartly. I was just looking at the substitutes as well. Vinko Stanisic, who was a Comets junior a few years ago and come over to Olympic and started playing first team here. Very good player is Vinko Stanisic as well on the bench tonight for Olympic, as Polly plays the ball through for T-Boy Kamara, but Welsh picks it up and it's Vaughan. Clears, but it's picked up by Harvey Mollis, but
well read from
Labasso, who's
jinxed him.
Just not the right side of his foot there. It's hit the laces and gone out for a throw-in. Comets coaching staff still fairly happy with what they're seeing. Not much to panic with them at the moment. Adelaide Olympic still have that last change they can make to try and change this game. They've got a couple of players on the bench that can maybe come on and do something, in Marveggio in midfield, or Mohamed Kone, another attacking player, and of course that Vinko Stanisic. But this is Kabede now, released by Zakani with another back heel. Gets into the box.
Ooh.
He's brought down by Zacharakis. Just a yellow card. Luckily Welsh was covering him behind there.
Yeah, Welsh is tracking back there. I think he's possibly saved him from an early shower there. No malice. I think that's just Stell. That's how he plays. And worked really hard to track back there. That was a great little tasty ball from the 10 there, a little back heel down the line. And like I said, Kabede's looked good since he's come on. So if you're Olympic, I think 7 minutes to go, you just got to go for it now, don't you? Chuck any attacking players on the bench with a bit of flair, just go for it. 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Doesn't really matter, it's still 3 points lost. So might as well have a crack, I reckon.
Have a crack is maybe what Zoe Takani may do from this set piece. 3-man wall. Vaughan in goals. It goes around the wall.
Ooh.
Vaughan gets down to it. A couple of players run across his line of sight.
So that's the difference in the ball that we spoke about earlier with Maverick Lombardos chucking into the near post. You're just trying to get it across the keeper. It probably needs to be a little bit more across. You just create that little bit of chaos. That's a good ball.
Another great ball in. Welsh clears again. Maha Winimana, the last line of defence. Rusko Luic. Danger here now, though.
Great ball.
Gus Williams will pick this up. He's got 3 blokes in the box, but his ball isn't up to scratch and lets Olympic off the hook. That may have been the chance to seal the game there. T-Boy Kamara picks it up.
Yeah, that's a real waste from Gussie there.
He's got Sakani in acres of space. Can he get there and keep it in? He does. He'll face Welsh 1v1 now. Gets into the box.
Ooh.
Tries to find Mamadi Kamara, but again, cleared by Comets. Labasso will pick the ball up and run past overall.
It's opening up now, and end to end. Still love to see Olympic get one here and just have a crack. 5-10 minutes to go, extra time. Don't make it easy for Comets.
Kakafiris plays it
That's
into
great
Garrido. Labasso launches, but blocked by Luic. Garrido can't quite slip that one through, and it's T-Boy Kamara again, who's been dangerous all night.
Another great ball.
Looks for Tsakani, who looks to get in front. Almost a high foot, but just got the ball in time, did Zacharakis for Comets.
Yeah, it's still starting to look really gassed. As I said, he bends over for a breather. So I would, you'd be looking to come down this left-hand side for Olympic now, I would have thought. Bit of game management. Does look like Jack Ewell has gone back there, but I think he'll slide back into the middle. But if you're Olympic now, I think you've got to be trying to pick up on these cues. He's hands on heads, he's in all sorts.
It's always one of those things, you can see it from up here, but can someone else see it from down there?
Brings the question of getting some coaches up in coaching boxes, a bit like AFL. Wonder if that would change perspective on anything.
Just a little grandstand behind us or to the side of us, maybe for each team. Maybe something for the future.
Telephones like the AFL.
Gus Williams, whose touch is just off.
Well, they're all coming down to the side of the pitch these days anyway, aren't they, the AFL coaches? So maybe we had it right, they had it wrong.
That's it. They're taking a leaf out of our book now. Looks like there's a few gassed players out there, and that one of those is that Stelios Zacharakis, who just waltzes over to take this throw in and throw it long, looking for Labasso, who wins the header and cleaned up by Toriani. He's still down, is Labasso. It looks like another head injury. There's definitely potential for a penalty there. He won the header, Labasso. Toriani wasn't backing out, that's for sure. Tell you what, it wasn't like the referee and linesman were too far away. It was underneath the nose of both of them, but
just went through his back a little bit, did he?
Unless there was
still trying to
some contact on the ball by Toriani that we couldn't see. But definitely a half shout for a penalty. Play will restart with an ordinary throw, but luckily it's just a restart play. So Gus Williams gives it back to Toriani, who finds Polly, who tries to find Kabete, but the ball stays in, and Welsh will pick it up, find his mate in Lecornu. Toriani again.
Oh, well done.
Garrido does well to hold that ball up. But
so that's that little bit of difference of someone being under him pretty quickly. Just, had to get it down and then could play it off, whereas I think Olympic have just been missing that tiny little bit. Otherwise, I think it could be a different story. I don't think there's been a massive difference between the two teams.
No, the only thing that really stands out is the scoreline, which reads 2-0 to the Comets.
A little bit of quality in the right time, right area. Apart from the 2 goals, probably only had 2 or 3 other chances. Olympic have probably had the same, really. Half chances, albeit.
T-Boy Kamara on the run, gets into the box, but stopped by Zacharakis, who looked gassed a few minutes ago, but goes on a bit of a run.
GT's calling them all to just slow down a little bit, keep the ball. It's all getting a little bit frenetic, and everyone's looking heavy.
I know that feeling. Ruska Luic cuts it out and goes on the counter for Adelaide Olympic. Finds Kabete's feet. Luic continues to run, and
he was into
Kabete tries to slip him back through, but Lecornu, who's had a pretty decent game back there with his mate Welsh, has cleaned up again and unfortunately can't find anybody that time, and it falls to Adelaide Olympic, and now it's going to be Polly picking the ball up, and had time to turn, but releases Mahawenimana. Zakani with the first time ball to Kabete. Again, it's Lecornu, reads the play and cleans up the mess and sends Irabono away, but he now turns out and just slows it down like you said before. They're just slowing it down now. They've got the game management in place now.
Yeah, I think they might have seen out the Olympic wave, and 10 minutes ago would have been good to see Olympic get one, but I think they might have just nullified it now a little bit.
As we approach the 90, being all up, and injury time, the game will be at the discretion of the referee. Maybe another 2 or 3 maybe be added on, and look like a late foot left in there by Zakarakis. He comes back to apologise. Irabono gets up very high to win the header. As we now are in injury time here at Apex Football Stadium, the game's going to be brought to a halt though for that little clash. As didn't quite catch what happened. Looked like a little bit of a...
I think he just copped him on the
clip.
Bit of a dead leg, little stinger. It's not what you want in the 91st minute of the game when you've been running non-stop the whole time.